All right, let's get going. Sorry, I had a little bit of setup things to do. Running a little behind, but all right, we're up and going, Mr. Mark. Huzzah! Welcome. Good to see you, Killer Kriegsman. Hello, hello. I hate the dumb adverts and gambling. It's not really my thing. Welcome, everyone. Um, Glad to be back. All right, so last time we started getting set up for our geocom stuff, which we're doing just to kind of kill time. We got a Mars window in 200 days. We're going to start getting set up for that because I would like to start building things. Really, we have a contract to do a flyby and an orbit. Um, but if y'all haven't guessed by now, I'm gonna try to land something. So we're gonna take a quick pop into the VAB. We're gonna do probably we're gonna spend some time doing some sims. Um, I think the orbiter I'm pretty happy with. I've tested that out, but it was on my test build, so we probably got to give it a quick once over, and we'll get that assemble or into we'll get that being built. What did I call it though? Did I preface it with an S52? I don't remember. Now we're in the M52's Mars 3. Oh, that would probably be it. Mars 3 orbiter. Did I not even mate this to something? Yeah, we got S54B, S54 Venus, S54 Mars orbiter. Oh, good. And Mars orbiter, great. Let's see what we got here. I love. Oh, you know what? I should just check the folder of the file thing that I moved over and check the name on that because oh, good. This is integrated onto a rocket. Let's Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I don't think. Yeah, this is the more recent version. I remember this now. Yes, lovely. Oh man, the frame rate on this is so much better than my other stuff. So yeah. 2532 on orbital insertion, and that's like what 3 point almost 4 to get us there. Worked 60 hours this week, time and a half Saturday, double Sunday. Man, like you're getting paid time and a half for Saturday and getting paid double time for Sunday because ooh money. Like yeah. It'll be fun when the paycheck comes, right? Will it? Will it really? All right. I believe our comms are good. Avionics are good. Battery 2. Do we have battery 3? We do have battery 3. Oh, this throws off everything, doesn't it? Biscuits. No, avionics utilization still 99%. That should just make us lighter, right? But that means we can. Anyway, we're good on margin, so I'm probably not going to spend too much time messing around with this. I just want to verify that all the upgradey things have been upgraded. Did I not put RCS on this? I thought I did. Yep, there they are. Nicely hidden within the stock model. So let me just make sure, yep, engine configs are up to date. Where did I hide the RCS propellant? It's down here, isn't it? Yep, okay. Sweet. And this has its own RCS tanks. Those are good. Perfect. I am satisfied enough with this to just go ahead and build it, but that means that we should probably give it a test flight just to see how well everything works. Clamp them's back on. Alright, now I have to remember staging because I actually haven't flown a rocket in a couple of weeks now. So that should be booster sep, and then yeah, the very next thing after booster sep would be fairings. And get yourself a PS5 next Friday. Nice. That'll be fun. Tooling costs 47,000 forks, man. That's what I get. Honestly, it's what I get for abusing the hell out of balloon tanks all the time and trying to make everything spangly and fun and new when there's absolutely no reason for it. Oh, man. So, how's everybody else been? I've had a hell of a week. It's been interesting. Yeah. Or bike to get there without bus. Just save up more that way. Consider insurance and stuff. Be that a requirement. Fuel costs, but Oh wait, you say bike. I assumed motorcycle. I guess I should not assume motorcycle because that's just an American thing. We don't buy bicycles to go to work or really anywhere except to punish ourselves. All right, ascent guidance. Yeah, 200 by 180 at current inclination. That seems fine. Do engage autopilot and ignition. Should probably put this thing a little closer to the dirt with them there launch clamps there. Perhaps a maybe. Push bike will do. Less than 5 miles from work. Okay. Yeah, not a bad way to start your day. Oh man. I used to bike a lot when I was a kid. I guess, I don't know, most kids did in my age bracket anyway. But like my grandpa and my dad always very, like they would ride their bikes like 4 or 5 days a week if they could, just for the hell of it. I mean, good exercise, obviously. As a Dutchman, not cycling is a weird concept. Then 5 bikes between the two of us. Wow. That's awesome. Right, so, when I was young, I mean, I think it still goes on, but there's this thing, like most of my family is from Iowa. There's this thing in Iowa called ragbri, and it's and what where every letter stands for something. Acronym? Is that the word I'm looking for? Anyway, yeah, ragbri. It stands for the Register's Annual Great Bike Ride Across Iowa. And it literally is you start on one side of the state and you ride a bicycle across the state over the course of 5 days. And it's like this whole big to-do. They shut down highways and redirect traffic, and there's campsites set up at designated places where you can stop and camp for the night. It's a whole big thing. I think my grandpa did it like 10 times before he passed in 2001, and I did it with him twice. I'm trying to remember how old I was. I want to say 13, 12 and 13. It was more kind of like a camping Boy Scout-esque thing while riding a tiny little like 10 speed. But that was my lifetime fill of riding a bicycle. So like I put in my time. I'm good now. I don't know, helping Grandpa like work and modify and tweak his bicycle was what got me into like working on stuff and fixing things, etc. Which has been a huge influence over my life currently. So that's where it started, taking apart bikes. It's a good bike with a trailer rather than a console. I mean, should. Should is such a selective term. That's a tough call, man. I can't, like... my gut instinct is, like, get you the PS5, man. Like, you deserve some fun. Poo. But I don't know. Making yourself ride a bicycle every day is absolutely an investment in your future and your health. So, take that for as you may, as you will, I guess. Alright, I need to take a quick look at Kerbal Alarm Clock. Does this have my ejection angle, ejection delta V 3627? So if we get to orbit and we got about 3,700, yeah, and insertion delta V 2400, which according to that we should be over by about 100 or so, some odd meters per second. We can maybe dial that in a little bit, but that's the good stuff that I wanted to know, provided of course that I don't know, I'm not being lied to again. Remember, was it this save or was it last save? I think it was the last save. We tried to do an interplanetary transfer and we were like 2 days ahead of the exact window, and the difference was like 500 meters per second of delta V, which was absolutely obscene. I can't hear you, little one. What are you saying? Oh, she whispered something to me and I have no idea what she said. 36-inch top frame BMX would rock. Yeah, that would rock. Alright, fairings clearing away. Alright, now I mean, what's the... Mars is what? 1.5? Oof. Alright, I'm trying to think of how to test the load on the solar panels without having to actually take this to... Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? All the solar panels are broken. How? Did I miss something during fairing SEP, or did we just... Were they... It's not even going to tell me. That would be nice. A good thing to know. You know, solar panel collided with XYZ, or solar panel broke due to acceleration or G-forces. I guess we'll scale up the fairing. Fairing separation took them all off. Ah, great. Okay. Motherfucker. So other than getting a... Here's a question. Do broken solar panels have the same mass as not broken solar panels? I mean, they're like missing some bits, but that would be too much to ask, wouldn't it? Good Eyes Bullet, also, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I guess let's get to orbit. Let's see what our delta V looks like if we're within frame for the ejection burn. And we'll move on from there. Yep. Ullage-ish. Cool. Good light on both 405s. Ullage ring is away. Let's proceed to burn off our external tank, which, yeah, that'll run dry, and we'll end up with about 700 something meters per second excess. You're off. New semester tomorrow. Busy day from 10 to 10:30. Cheerio. Right on, Mark. Always good to see you. Have a good evening. I'll hopefully see you next week. Close the door. She had to show me a race car she painted on one of her games. It was orange and blue. Big fan. So yeah, my sister-in-law will be coming over to watch the Superb Owl a little later. I think they're probably already here. Oh, there's EFT, clearing away. Excellent. But yeah, kiddo at 5.5 has decided she does not like or want to watch football. She will probably be popping in and out a bunch during the stream, just, you know, FYI. Alright, 30 seconds until orbital insertion. And we will shut off our capture stage. I can probably close one of these up right meow, just so we have a more accurate look of what our delta V is going to look like for ejection. And there's our camera change. Fantastic. RCS to arm. Throttle to 0. Stage it. Yep, 3921 in the tanks. That should do her. What's our required ejection delta be? 36. So yeah, we're plus 300, almost 300 meters per second. A little more than 300 meters per second. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Let's avionics are armed. Yep, those don't turn off. All right, let's make sure everything is still shut down. Yep, release the balls. Stage, avionics locked at 0. Okay, because all of the avionics for this are on the core. Activate, good. We have solid avionics. That's good to know. That's really all we could test for other than solar panel loadout. Which, oh man, it took out comms too. You fucking piece of shit. Revert, Vab, oofda. Alright, so are the fairings just too close to the payload itself, or are they staging with extra vigor that is causing them to break stuff? Because cannot have them breaking stuff for the actual launch. That would make me very sad. I mean, come on. You tell me that ain't clearance enough? Fine. We got plenty of margin. Let's ramp up the ejection power so that they're not colliding into anything. And let's give them an extra meter. Just get lots of clearance around stuff. There's 3-0. Boom, 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 boom. Save. Alright. I guess we should run this up through stage sep just to make sure, right? Save. Yeah. Simulate, simulate. We'll run it again. One more again, then we'll start getting it built. Maybe I'll just I didn't reassign the fairings to the correct stage, now did I? Doing well. It's going great. Oh, look at that. They magically ended up right where they were supposed to. Alright. Gauge autopilot and ignition. One last scan. Alright. Good, good. I'm going to try to fizz warp through some of this. Zoom, doop, 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 doop. Let's grab this here panel, and we'll pin this open and see if that's status. Somebody pay attention to the status, because I don't know. I just don't know if I have that much gumption to do so. If we can get through stage sep, I think we'll be alright. Man, no, we should take it to orbit, and I should check the solar panel loading by only extending 2 panels and seeing what kind of charge rate we get. I also forgot to check if this has a relay antenna. I would like it much more if it did, but... Procedural probe core, communication, it does. It's got a 30 dB UHF. which should be good enough to relay comms from the ground. Which means maybe we can adjust our lander to not have direct comms with Earth. We can just do an omnidirectional. And maybe we can save some mass there, but I think margins on getting to Mars is not the problem. Surviving EDL, that's going to be our problem. So after we validate this and we get it into the assembly line, we will start doing some experiments with our lander. Although I think we'll probably take a quick break from experiments to launch one of our geosync comsats. We've got that contract to do, and I think one of them will be ready in like a day. You know, just I don't know, I think we only had like 18 months to complete that program, and you know, we need the money, and we had the open slots, so why the hell not? Fairings, wow, those things really jettisoned, and solar panels and comms still intact. Love to see it. All right. You know, like, how much of this would I have had to have buggered to not done the solar panel stuff correctly? It's a very interesting cow. Staging? Man, that is some serious torque on that stage set. Very interesting. Not gonna pretend I know why, but okay. No big deal. You know. Meh. Alright. So, you know. Minute and some coin until we hit orbit. Then we can start our testing in earnest. One last test to run, and then we'll call this one validated, and we'll move on with our day. Yeah, I'll say, because we're, I don't know, for a simple orbiter mission and we're, I don't know, far enough along in the tech tree, I basically packed every single science experiment I could on this thing. Because, I don't know, I guess why the hell not? Did I put orbital perturbation on here? I should have, because I do intend for this flight to go orbital. Although it really looks like the answer is no. Oh well. Meh, maybe next time. Not that, I don't know, the solar panels will probably fail before it gets anywhere close to completing that. That's something probably best left for a little later in the tech tree. Maybe even RTG-powered spacecraft. There's our camera change and engine shutdown. Let's make sure everything's good. RCS to arm, throttle to 0, stage. We're just going to walk through the stages here. Patunk. Patunk. I forgot to activate avionics. That would help. Activate. Pull us away if you please. And let's switch this to sun and up. Execute, please. Yeah, that roll is going to be lots of fun. I can tell. Speen! How's it going, Nova? Good to see you. We have induced a roll, a speen, if you will, which, man, hopefully all that extra HTP thruster fuel I packed on here, not really considering that, oh yeah, we're probably going to have to do 10 or 12 meters per second of correction burns on the way to Mars. Should have put a thruster on it, but since we're leveled out here and angled appropriately, alright, are we... Man, that is chewing up a lot of propellant. At some point, you have to be like, I don't care, I just want you to get around to the sunny side of the planet. Which will happen eventually. So much junk we've left just sitting around here. Oh, there's some daylight. Okay. Sort yourself out, mate. And let's extend 2 of these and see what our draw looks like. Let's also boot up our science. Helium magnetometer, are you... Oh, you have to expand the science thing. Eh. Oh, running, okay. You're stopped. You can start... Oh, I can't get to that thermometer because I placed it that badly. Look at me go. Man, some of these are going to switch to waiting, so I'm not actually going to know the draw. Unmet requirements. Barometer is waiting. Yeah, okay. A lot of these. Dang it. And that's the big one. This is where our draw goes way up. Did I angle that correctly? I did. Excellent. Looks like we're generating 8.5 watts. Let's Oh, come on. Really, bro? You tell me you didn't have that sorted out yet? Fizz warp to the rescue. You're on, right? Yeah. So I actually have built a basically a science gathering rocket just to kind of utilize some of our new experiments in low Earth orbit. I'll switch this to kill rotation so it doesn't go... That sounds low. Well, it was. Now it's 68 and charging. We only have 2 panels extended because we're trying to emulate being at Mars. So we're reducing our input by half, or our generated power by half, just to kind of see where we're at. But we also don't have all of our experiments running. So I'm willing to call this valid. We're running what we could, sitting in good sunlight, generating power at half panels. So I'm going to call this one valid, and we're going to get it built. Back to the Space Center. We'll call this one a go. Oh, you dummy. I meant to revert back to VAB, not Space Center. As if this was a live mission. Idiot. ID-10T error. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. Alright. Make our staging look good. Avionics was good. Let's hit save and let's select... No, not orbiter 1. Yeah, there we go. Oh, tooling. Forgot about tooling. Avionics, 11 grand. Structure. Oh yeah, there's the balloon tank. Man. What's our tool all cost? Oh, we can actually do it. It only... Oh, we've got lots of credit. Fuck me. Fine. Oh, my face. 50 grand. Purchase all tooling. All right. Integration time 77 days. All right. How much is it going to cost to build? 14 grand. We got 22. Let's go ahead and add this to the build list. Oh, the Gamma 2. Really? Oh, the Larch config, I think. Oh man, and there goes the rest of our research credit. Unlock credit is climbing way fast now that you actually have a decent number of scientists, so no worries. Yeah, here's hoping. I'm just, I have to save up that 300 something thousand to actually unlock the Gemini capsule, but I keep spending all my money. Now I'm down to 7 grand. Yay! All right, let's take a break for a day or two. Let some of that money recoup. Let's go fly one of our geosync missions. We're also upgrading the astronaut complex, which is a pretty big drain on our funds. Our money's going up by 200 a day because this construction, it'll be done soonish. Sorry, I had big coughing fit. All right, so yeah, Geocom 1 will be done in about an hour. About 2 hours. Ding. And let's start the rollout. That'll take 4 days. Cha-ching. In which case we will lose all of our money. No, only 1,600 of it. Yeah, let's take a break to earn some money. Spends all the money. Yet again. Doing great. Oh yeah, let's take some of these things off of our alarms list. No. Yeah, that's what I wanted to look for. Where's... Oh yeah, config. It's down here on the bottom. No. Lunacom's early, Lunacom's mid. Sorry, this... It was probably our landers that we need to uncheck because they're going to keep waking up and falling asleep based on lunar cycles. The Lima Venus flyby, we can probably shut you down also. Venus orbiter, don't need to be woken up with your commands either. The lunar mappers, these definitely are going to start blinking in and out as their solar panels start to degrade. That one's already off. Excellent. The nest probes should be already done. Another lunar mapper of our our series of super failures. All right, and that should be everything there. Sweet. And yeah, I guess we'll just warp to complete on this. Ding. All right, Geocom 1. If I remember the flight profile, I don't. Should, as long as we don't have a failure on the 405H-2, because we need all 3 of them ignitions for this thing to be any variance of successful. Don't say the quiet part out loud, Nova. We're not broke. We're just investing our liquid assets to hide them from the IRS. Yes. Yes. All right. So yeah, probably a 200 orbit. Current inclination would be fine. We don't really need to wait for much because we're going out to geosynchronous orbit. So I guess you know what? Take a quick save just in case I really am forgetting something here. I don't think we really need to do much. But yeah, timing is tight on these because, well, the payload has its own solar panels that does not provide any support for the rest of the vehicle, so we're basically on battery power the entire way. And so it's nice to do this in just one quick pass. So we launched orbit on our very first pass, going from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. We burn out to geosync altitude, and then once we get there, we adjust our inclination and circularize our orbit. And yeah, as you can see, this is actually kind of a shortened squatter down version of our F2T. Because we've got this 405H2 down here now that has 3 ignitions because we are able to upgrade. So it handles circularizing our orbit in Earth, our initial boost burn, and then our circularization burn. Ignitions 1, 2, and 3. It deploys it and gets the payload all the way to where it needs to be, and that's it. So we don't have a third stage up here handling the rest of our stuff for us, which is kind of my normal go-to, but you know, sometimes it's nice to try to caveman things, but we've actually got pretty good margins on this vehicle, because I don't know, it's a 200 tonner. It's overkill for doing geosync missions. Uh, it's overkill if you have skill. I lack in that particular department, so I just brute force it. Good feeling you might be offered a contract tomorrow morning. Hey, a good contract, I hope. Not like a crappy cell phone contract. Those are always a scam. It'll be cheaper until you see the bill. Full-time job one. Oh, nice. All right. Boosters clearing away. Our core stage should be pretty much, well, I think it runs for 4 or 5 seconds on the core stage before the boosters set. The boosters carry fuel both for the core and for the booster engines, which is why they're so chunky. I really wonder if maybe, well, I think we're gonna do some test flights on our little guy, our 60 tonner, which is now a 75 tonner, the BP4W, the BPZE. I have a new iteration of it, the BPZE November. Last one was Lima, where we added the SRBs. November changes out the upper stage for a 405H and reintroduces Tank de Sausage. But I do wonder if maybe expanding the upper, because this is still a 2-meter core, so we didn't have to, you know, get new tooling. But this goes up to 2.5 meter, and I wonder if that would be worth doing if we can make just this stick the new BP series. I hope so. You just need to read it properly. You know, such can be said for many a thing. Yeah? Oh, poo. Fairings. Get a move on, fairings. Yes, and here's our improperly installed payload. Just hanging out, doing its thing. We should be within contract specs, right? Oh, I don't really care if that fairing smashes this payload because it's a thing. 315 units. Did I leave these at 350 or did I adjust them down? I can't tell because that's a fairing. Yeah, 315. I did adjust them down, so we should have even. When I built this, I think I misread the contract or um, misremembered my numbers and built it for 350 units. 350. Oh, buddy. Ha 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 ha. What happened? Failed engine shutdown. Reset. RCS to arm. Disengage. Prograde, please. Is that a hard failure, a complete engine failure, or is that just an ignition failure? It's failed. Now, status failed, cause engine shutdown. Motherfuck. Yay! 1,000 data units! Huzzah! Yep. Nothing on the relight. Tink, 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 tink. Part. Nope. There's throttle. Main throttle independent. Wha-bang! Nope. That sucks real bad. So, okay. Failure. An excellent failure, as it were. Let's go back to the Space Center. I need all 3 ignitions from this thing. Ignition number 1 fails. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, 1,000 data units. Getting things done. Let's also up the torque on those fairings. We've got the second one here being built, so let's go to edit this. Make sure we really ramp up that fairing ejection force so that I don't know, I wonder if it was the extra, like, that spin. I mean, yeah, it should have helped with ullage, because that spinning would have pushed fuel to the bottom. But I can't help but wonder if maybe dragging that fairing along isn't great for this mission. Just a thought. Let's ramp that all the way up, hit save, and save edits. Now we're done. Problem was caused because there's room to pack way more explosives in those fairings, and we should definitely be using as much of an applique of high explosive as we can. All right, duplicate, not enough funds. Of course not. So, I don't know, I guess we move on to testing Mars stuff, or let's give it 4 days, build some cash back up. Cha-ching. That'll be done July 10th, 1966. Good enough for me. Oh, our flyby mission that launches on our little guy. Let's get that being built. That I don't think we actually need to test. It's kind of a backup just to make sure we can hit some contract on this Mars thing at this window. I'd like to knock out both the flyby and the orbit in one fell swoop if possible. But since we got the orbiter is being built, let's pull out the flyby. Which, man, I hope I actually built it. Where would it be, I wonder? It might be in the BP section of stuff. No, just based on the... Oh, that's Mars. Yeah, those are incomplete builds or test builds. It won't be on an M52. Won't be on an M anything if it's not there with M and Mars. It will be in the BP area, probably. Oh, here's our Modelo 3Z. This is our science gathering mission. We might want to start building one of those. Just to rack up some or some stuff. Oh man, it should be BPZE Lima 1 Venus. But it's not. Which means maybe I didn't build a Mars flyby. Hold on, let me check something. I need to take a look at a folder. USB drive. Yeah, no, I did not. Mars landers, the Modelo, and I don't know, I guess it is Mars Ultralight. Okay. Oh, is that the craft meta or whatever? Because, yeah, it's not here. It's not here. Motherfucker. Just send the orbiter twice. I would love to, but I'm going to send a lander. Alright, so right quick. BP... No. Let me... Since we're... Yeah. Modelo 3Z. Let's load this. How much is tooling going to cost us? 26,000. Fuck you. But we can't even build it because we don't have enough money. Son of a bitch. Yeah, there's a Isogrid tank in here. Let's close that off. That's gonna cost the most. Oh no, that one's tooled. What about you? You need to be tooled. Oh yeah, well, if we can get the costs down... Oh, nope, because we spent all our credit already. So no, we can't. We'll save this for later. I guess I'd like to start getting some stuff built, so really, we should... Yeah, we should wait just a little while. We can keep our engineers fed so that they can keep engineering things. Tech procedures, that's May. Early docking is in May 31. That's 7 days. Let's go ahead and work to complete on that. Get us some money. Hey, Cosmic Ray Science, we just made 33 more, and that's July 10th. Man, we're only going to make 17 grand over the course of that. That is 40 days away. Is it worth warping 40 days when could I be building stuff for Mars? That's a good question. Let's ramp this down so that we can make serious money for a little bit. Yeah, 13 grand per day. Now what's that warp to complete going to be? 60 grand. Much, much, much better. Let's give it about a week. So we'll get in to about the 7th of June. There we go. All right. Let's get a few things queued up here, shall we? What's our tool all? Okay. Purchase all toolings. That takes cost down to about 7 grand. Excellent. I think we only really need to build one of these, and it goes on... Dude, really? Yeah, Orbiter 1. Why are you saying you need to be modified? Oh, it's too tall? By 0.8 meters. Seriously. You motherfucker. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty tucked in here. Alright, so we gotta come down by about a meter. I think we can accommodate that. Probably. And of course, I just tooled everything. Motherfuckers. So yeah, that's tucked in about as much as it can be. Let's start at the base. No, that's actually already clipping in. So we'll leave that alone. Alright, so what we're gonna do is tuck these bad boys in just a smidgen more so that we can lower the payload onto the base by just a bit. You can shorten tanks by a little and not lose your tooling. Yeah, I think you got to be within, what, 4%? Something like that? I mean, really, like, this is an avionics core, and we could shorten it up a bit and then, like, flatten it out. But that's, at best, we can get 100 millimeters of difference here, which we might end up having to do anyway, because Well, things are about to just get dumb. Oh no, I don't want to tuck... Yeah, I guess I do want to tuck that in like that, because the rods below it are still mounted in there. Alright. We can do that, and then we can try to tuck this whole assembly in like so. And then we can shorten the fairing. Does that put us within spec? No. We got to do that 6 more times to be able to get within spec on something. Alright, I know we have lots of margin on this, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to shorten down the core. Four, five, six. That should put us right on the line, right? Nope, one more. Okay. Ding. There it is. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to run a test run on this just to make sure that we can still get... I mean, by the numbers, we should be fine. We should be fine to the tune of about 1 kilometer per second, but I want to go polar. Tell me I don't have... Yep, still tooled. Sweet. Yeah. Shrink up the big thing, because 4% is much bigger on big things than small things. Clink. Alright, so engine, SRBs, SRB SEP, stage, fairings, ullage motors, ullage motor SEP, RCS to arm, fairing SEP. I'll just move RCS to arm down here, fairing SEP, sausage deploy, staging RCS arm, staging plus spin, top cover removal, bottom cover removal, plus parachute. Perfect. Okay. Save. Let's run a quick sim just to make sure everything here is going to still work and we can gather science and spend a good long while up there letting our film camera do its film camera, weather reports or traffic updates. Definitely not seeing what, Beardy and Carnassa and Ed 9 are up to. I can pretend, can't I? Alright, so let's dial you into 90 and let's do a target apogee of 500 by 200. See how much of this margin we can absolutely waste. Alright, drop solids early by half a second. Now let's do a 1/10 of a second. They are running a fun program, indeed. I do look forward to what I hope to be a continuation of a weekly FAK episodes. Engage autopilot, ignition, and bang. Casters are go. Roll program. Alright, coming up on solid stage SEP. Oh, they still got a little juice left in them. I think we need to dial that down to less than a 1/10 of a second. Or, man, I don't know. Was that aero forces that kind of pushed it into the core of the booster there? Don't quite understand it, but I guess it's also not my place to, so there's that. Alright, yeah, so far we've got 1.2 kilometers per second on the board as far as margin is concerned. That's always good. Let's fizz warp. Oh, did I strut our payload stuff so that we don't get weird things happening on stage SEP? Probably not, knowing me. But, oh well. Yeah, all the more reason to take this up to a 2.5 meter upper and basically just dupe our F2T upper stage and use that instead. Not strutting your stuff is a common mistake. All too common, I must say. Things I've never been good at for 500, Alex. Alright, moving RCS to ARM. Making sure we're out of Fizz Warp. We are. 13 seconds until Miko. Yeah, words to live by, Nova. One should always strut one's stuff. Boom. Quick punch in the face for our booster. The 405H is lit, and we are moving. Fantastic. Alright, fairing SEP is our next step. We should be running off of our sausage packs. Fairings are clearing away. Let's boot up the camera. Invalid situation. Not in space yet. Fine. Be that way. Now we are in space. 15 seconds until sausage deploy. Send these Canadians some real bacon. Excellent. Good pack deployment. 405 is still handling. Everything's going well. Our new artfully crafted tapered tank design. Oh yes. Look at them curves. Zaftique. Oh yeah, man, we're gonna come to orbit with oogles of margin. More than a kilometer per second left in them tanks, yo. Sweet. Maybe we should return the upper stage and just deorbit it. Clean up our mess, as it were. I don't think there's an antenna on it, though. That'll be fun. It does have RCS, so we should be able to relight it and do all the fun things. I don't want to hit enable crossfeed on that just yet, because I think the RCS... No, the RCS should be side attached through this part, not that part. I guess we'll see. Alright, there's camera change. Perfect. So we can definitely insert into a desirable orbit. RCS is firing. That's interesting. Cleaning things up, I guess. Oh, we're not quite at 500. I want to see how much cleanup it tries to do here, because we totally did not run out of fuel. There we go. All right. RCS is armed. Throttle is set to 0. Stage it. Insufficient avionics because we didn't turn them on. Oh, really? No, they are on. They are legitimately insufficient. Oh, that's fun. Okay. We'll have to go fix that. RCS here is armed. Cool. Face to retrograde, please. Just to see if we've got the margin here to deorbit this thing. Of course we have the margin. How much? We can almost dispose of it by sending it to the moon, should we choose to do so. The whole 11 seconds of burn. Yeah. And go for throttle up. And goodbye. Whoosh. Zing! Alright, so we do have to increase our avionics, because what were we at? 0.6? Man, how did we go way the hell? Oh, battery 2. Let's switch those out for battery 3. Man, if we have to retool stuff, though, I'm going to be kind of upset. All right, revert flight to VAB. Just a few too close to the com as well, perhaps. Yeah, probably. It was just, I don't know, convenient. But yeah, we could move them lower and underneath the sausage packs. Phrasing. Toggle open closed. Drop that down. Grab this. We could probably just scale down the solar panels, to be honest. But let's make some internal changes here first. Up this to battery 3. That actually will increase our... No, it didn't. It decreased our weight. We went from 6.1 to 0.6. And then we can do the same thing for the avionics package in here, which that should be it here. Fantastic. Close. Battery 3. Ramp it up. Yep, down to 5.92. That's even better. And we have more storage, so we actually need less solar panel. What is your total? 5. Oh, dude, the utilization is way off. Dang it, I already, like an idiot, I tooled it already. So let's up the utilization. Let's just full bore at 6, and then up the inner diameter until we don't need it anymore. And then we'll walk it back down. But I have a feeling it's going to be less than 192. Yeah. We're down to 5.75. And so 5.8. And it's still tooled. Look at that. I'll take it. So far. 98.3, 98.5. I'd really like a nice round number, but not lose my tooling, please. 99.4 at 5.8 for 5.74. Let's leave it right there. Ooh, battery to get us through the night, though. Yeah. Oh, we should have oogles and boogles of battery up here. In this thing. How much battery we got? 22,000. Yeah, you know. Let's just leave it there, I guess. What's our optimized is perpetual 219 watts. So we should be, I mean, in somewhat direct light, we've got at least 5 days. So we got that going for us, I guess. Now we just gotta make the dumb thing fit again. Loop and ding. Are we, yeah, okay, that should be good there. Let's close up the fairings and I guess run it again. Run it again or just build it and go? That's a good question. 1100 down on tooling, but yeah, man, what part is it that needs to be tooled? Is it just the fairings? Yeah. I don't know if that's really worth the cost, though. Save. Avionics all the way around should be good. Power generation should be good. I'm willing to just say, all right, let's do this and let's get it on the launch list. We're just going to build one for right now. Integration time at infinity. Do we not have anybody staffed at Orbiter 1 yet? Or currently? Modify. No. We're within spec here, dude. Quit fucking around. Launch. Nope. I have to unlock one part for 5,000, spending 0 unlock credit. Cheese and rice. Tool, yeah, integrate anyway. Not going to trip over some fairings. Although, man, that probably would have saved me a bunch of money. Leave. All right. Let's make sure we got some engineers assigned at LCO1. Man, does this mean that Yeah, we're building something on the F2T site because that's our geocomms. We're building something at the 350-ton site. Yeah, Orbiter 1 should have something being built. 350 LC1A is building something. Nothing at 101A, which is our crew-capable LC. And then a geocom at the standard F2. So engineers, 101A, no one staffed here. Okay, good. Only 500 at the 350 tonner. That probably needs a fix. And no one at Orbiter 1. And a full complement at our 200 tonner. So, poop. We have to hire some engineers. We can hire 10. All right, let's pull 200 and put them on 101. Oh, no, not 101A. That's our crude site, Orbiter 1. And if we can... 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we don't really need all of them right there. And just go ahead and max this site out. Close. All right, what is your build time as I breeze right through it? 68 days. Not bad. Okay. That does really eat into our Mars window, for which we should be building much, much more. Oh, we can reconfigure this Lima 1 Venus flyby for Mars. That's not a bad idea. It's mostly built. It'll be done pretty quickly, which means we can put off doing it until later. I would like to be building more of these geocomms. Not an option currently. And of course, this will be done in 59 days. Wow, they can really crank those out. So yeah, it looks like we'll have a lot of crew on our 350 ton available in time to build a Mars lander. So if we work to complete on that, that gives us 78,000. That is 50 days from now is our next thing that happens. So I think honestly, I'm just gonna walk forward a couple, I don't know, mid-June-ish, just to get us some funds in the bank so we can do a few things. But I think it's about time to test our lander hardware. I would like to start getting that ready for stuff. But I also, man, I really wish I could. What efficiency are they operating at here? I really wish I could tell. Anyway, I have to go visit the little cosmonaut's room. I will be back in exactly 1 minute, and then I guess we're going to test some Mars landing hardware. Because why not? All right, I have returned. Okay, Mars hardware or duplicate. If I'm going to spend some money, I have to do this first. So we'll just hit duplicate here. That'll cost us a couple grand, whatever. Let's jump into the VAB and let's test some Mars landing stuff before we start integrating it onto a rocket and doing finish and polish and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't have a contract to land on Mars. I just really, really want to. It's always, I don't know, a personal thing, I guess. So I've got some stuff built out already. We need to make some upgrades and some changes. I believe it was Mars 3... no, Mars 2L? Yeah, 66 parts. So load. And this should be just the lander stage. Yeah, and the part that... This is what travels to Mars. Not this. We're going to use this as an experimental deorbit motor when we run some sims, but... right, well, this should be our primary avionics package. It is. We need to do our upgrade to battery 3 and ramp it up. Let me right quick. Yeah, I'm going to detach this so we can have more accurate idea on what we are dealing with. So 1.212 ton, and we are spec'd for 1.217. Excellent. That puts us within spec there. We should not have a secondary comm. Fine. Now, here's where the decision-making stuff comes in. Well, let me open up the aeroshell so we can poke around on the inside. This deploys up like so. There's our little landery guy, which also we can upgrade you to battery 3 and ramp you up. It takes us down to 211. So yeah, we didn't lose a whole lot of mass there, but things we need to know are: the solar panel is going to be sufficient to keep us alive very long. Oh wait, secondary antenna. Do you have one? I don't think you do, because... No, you do. You got a 30 dB gain, UHF and omnidirectional on the probe itself. So if we have an orbiter in orbit but no line of sight with Earth, we should still be able to communicate back. That's always a good thing. What we need to do is find out if a Mercury heat shield is going to be good enough. We are going to be doing an interplanetary Mars direct. We're not going to capture into orbit and then deorbit and land. We're going to go from interplanetary velocities onto the Mars. And so we need to see if that heat shield stands a chance at all. There's our internal antenna. What's your comm? 37 dB. Okay, that hopefully will be good enough. Plop you back on and let's space you out so we don't have any explosions when we go to do stuff. Just scoot you down a little. Mars, oh man, is a lower speed than LEO. How what? Interesting. I'll say lower speed than low Earth orbit. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Now, yeah, I misunderstood. That was my confused reaction. I was thinking, like, that doesn't make any sense. How can you be at an interplanetary velocity and be going slower than you would be in orbital velocity? Mars is tiny after all. That is true. Yes. But so the theory is that because we're carrying less speed, less energy hitting Mars from interplanetary velocities than we would be re-entering Earth's atmosphere from Earth orbital velocities, that the heat shield should be just fine. Alright, no, we want to activate these thrusters and these thrusters at the same time, then stage that off, then stage off the support package, then upper aeroshell goes, parachute deploys, lower aeroshell goes, engine activation, RCS activation, upper arrow shell with set motors. Save. Old school LEO rated shields were good enough. I figure the new Mercury one should also be fine. I'm hoping so. Start in orbit. Select Mars. Altitude. Let's go for the biggest we can. 57725. We'll shed a meter. 0 delay. No inclination. Yeah, we'll no need to do it any time from now. Simulate. It's also about trying to dial in the procedure for landing and descent, parachute deploy, and parachute separation, etc. And a 1.2 ton was about the mass of the orbiter. And considering that was within spec for Mars transfer burn on our S-54 launcher, I think this should be also. Any little bit we can shed is fine by me. Ascent guidance, we do not require your assistance. Don't need any of that stuff either. Alt F12, just for a second or two, we need to turn on infinite electricity so we can do our deorbit burn. RCS to arm, throttle to 0, stage these things on, face retrograde please. Let's kick on our primaries. That's interesting. We do not have connection to Earth. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say we're pretty much at max distance also. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, but alright, let's change our periapsis after a fixed time, new periapsis. Let's go for, we'll put it at 50 for right now. It's going to wobble a whole lot. 10 seconds from now, create node. There we go. Execute next node, please. Jollage, ignition, thwomp. And it's probably going to miss. That's a big old TWR. Yeah, 285. Go ahead and remove. Yep. Abort node execution. Remove all nodes. Move to prograde, please. Let's sort this out just as quick as we might. I do not want a deeply negative periapsis as much as Mercury Heat Shield would like me to. Oh, and hey, look at that. Facing prograde puts our butt in the sun. Gotta like that. Okay, and we can stage that motor away. We don't need it anymore. And then bring ourselves up to a much more comfortable periapsis. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have H key control. Oop, 46 is a bit aggressive, but fine. All right, and let's get our butt fully in the wind here. That is going to alter our periapsis considerably. Let's open up our resource panel, make sure we are charging. We should be. That I didn't know how exactly to dial in the solar panel with so much of it obstructed, but it doesn't really seem to care. It's still kicking out 142 watt, which means we got, looks like a 65 watt surplus even with our avionics turned on. So, hey, there's that. And wow, why is our periapsis still climbing? That's interesting. Okay, it doesn't consider us under acceleration, so we got that going for us. Let's jump out here to map. Nope, not that far into map view. Switch this to kill rotation, just in case we get kicked out. I don't want to spend a bunch of time spinning our wheels. We will have to adjust our periapsis down. 92 kilometers is definitely not going to deorbit, but we're just going to wait until we're a bit closer so that we don't have to keep adjusting and readjusting and readjusting. Yeah, battery's staying charged. That's a good sign. So how long until our periapsis? 4 days. Interesting. We can spend a bunch of fuel. We've got it, but hopefully we'll dial this in a bit more next time. I'll say, looking at it from this angle makes it look like a lot easier, a lot better, I suppose. All right, let's. How far out are we? 3 hours? Yeah. All right. So new periapsis. Let's adjust this to 42. Create node and execute, please. We should have the battery to make it the rest of the way down without, I don't know, running out of power, I hope. I guess we'll find out, but we're not going to stage the support package until much, much later than now, obviously. All right. I'll say only 3 more hours to accelerate. We're only moving at 1,700 meters per second. This might not be as viable a test as I thought it would be. That's interesting. I guess we'll see how fast we're going when we hit Atmo. I would like to be moving it at least 5 kilometers per second, if not 6. Oh, you know what else we can do? We can turn off infinite electricity. Oh, come on. Seriously? Activate avionics. There we go. I was like, did I really? When I said 0, I was like, oh, yeah, that was dumb. So no, we do not have an accurate read on our solar panel charge rate because, well, the avionics were off. Guess it doesn't matter quite as much. Let's get our butt back into the wind. How much fuel do we have left up here? These thrusters are going to be responsible for keeping our angle during EDL, so we got to keep an eye on that stuff there. Although I'm really hoping I've built in enough of a margin up there to allow us some maneuver fuel plus EDL balance fuel. We've got a pretty massive donut tank down here, of which we will need to do the inevitable mid-course corrections. All right, 40.7 is our total. I think we're just going to hold this angle because it looks pretty good, honestly. Maybe it will kind of work for descent and stuff. Who knows? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be side angled for quite a bit. All right. Now we're back in the sun. Batteries not quite fully charged, but definitely charging. Let's give it another minute or two. Yep. Okay, so when not in time warp, we're seeing a 24-watt drain. Not necessarily a bad thing, but a thing. All right, let's switch this to surface velocity. I will switch that after the staging. Take a quick save. Can't quick save in a simulation. Stupid. All right, staging the support package. Surface velocity negative. Angle us in, please. Our apogee is changing pretty heartily. Thrusters are firing, I guess. Interesting. rotation. Okay, good. I was a little worried we were going to have that bug where we get a phantom force pushing on stuff for no real reason whatsoever. Looks like we don't, and that's okay. We will have to angle up right about now. Oh, hey, there's Atmo. Bunk. Remember the deterioration of the panels. Power will be even more scarce. Yes, that is true. All right. Dang it, I should have... Is it still close enough? Can I take a look? Nope, dang it. It would be like, I wonder what the deterioration on the panels is currently, because that was apparently 30 days. Howdy, Kurgut. How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome. Alright, so next staging event is the top shell. We'll hit that when we look like we're getting slow enough for the parachute to deploy. 4.9, so we're not quite at my minimum desired entry speed, but something close to it. I guess we'll see if we get any flamey effects, I guess. Oh, I guess that's our support package. Burning up. Yeah, structure procedural. You can sim deterioration in the VAB. Really? Well, that's interesting. I did not know that. Okay. I guess that means we need to know our travel duration. Alright, 34 kilometers, 3.9. Shedding speed pretty handily here. There's our camera change. We have deorbited. Wow, that is a big hill. Okay. I'm going to be down to 2 kilometers per second. Looks like our descent is going to get cut short by a Martian planetary pimple. Where the forks are we? Yep, right there. We're coming into a volcano. 2 kilometers per second. 2.1, not yet safe to Tharsis time. Oh, yeah, looks like we're not going to get as much runway on this as we'd like. Oh, hey, chute is yellow. 10 kilometers. It's about time to deploy the upper shell. Switch this to off. 1.6, 1.5. I'd like it to be green, but we're running out of room here, and the ground is coming up to meet us. So upper shell away, parachute still in fairings. Oh, come on. There we go. Arm. Parachutes out. Throttle to full. Alright, parachutes will go full here in a second or two, right? There they are. That's gonna really yank on us. Keep yanking. Bam! Oh, there it is. Okay. Now the fun part. The waiting. Man, if we could have landed in that crater, that'd have been pretty awesome. Awesome-ish. Alright, RCS to off. Let's switch this to surface velocity negative. So when we release from the upper half of the shell, things are going to get a little more interesting. As you know, HTP thrusters do not have a whole lot of authority, so... Yeah, just for a minute. We're landing on... What planet is this? It's red.
Mars.
Good call. Alright. So, right now, we're kind of waiting, and we're holding our breath, because we are going to try to land on Mars, but our parachute has to disconnect sometime soon so that the lander can fall out from underneath the rest of the aeroshell. And we want to do that when this says 1,000.
Okay. 1,000 it is.
So when that says what's our burn time? 55 seconds. Yeah. So when that says 1,000, do you think you can hit the space bar?
Okay. Okay, I'll be watching.
Do it. Hit it. Oh, we're tumbling.
What?
We're Yeah. It's why the RCS. Oh no, I'm so dumb. Activate avionics. Bring it back. Bring it back. Light the engine. Oh no. Terrible. We're gonna hit the ground. We're gonna hit the ground really hard.
Okay, never mind. I'll have to watch.
Yep, you have to watch. Hey, at least we got it leveled out. Boing! Oh!
I wonder what the people inside are gonna think.
Well, no people inside, thank goodness.
Yes,
there goes the antenna.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Okay, here's the funny part. We have an internal antenna on this. If it stops spinning face up, kill rotation. Come on. Oh, be face up. Be face up. Yes! Funk RCS to disarm. Throttle to 0. If we had a satellite, more thrusties. Yeah, we might have to scale up those thrusters a little bit.
Thank goodness there's no people.
Broken. Yeah, of course they're broken. Broken. Everything's broken. It's all broken.
0.
Yep, that means we're on the ground. Well,
yep.
If we had a passing satellite that had that 30 dB UHF.
Why are there 2 more computers?
Well, this is what we're broadcasting to the internet, and this is what the internet is seeing, so that I can see what they see to make sure we're still connected. Other than a small personal screw up on the avionics, I think we can validate this one and make it ready and go ahead and build it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why do you think that?
Because, I don't know.
Perfectly acceptable reason. Because it successfully landed on Mars. Not for very long. Oh yeah, what would the longevity be here? We're at day 27. Lots of things hitting the ground with no solar panels. Can we get to day 28? Made it through the first night. Won't make it all the way even to the second. Ka-dunk. 2L batteries are almost empty. So yeah, about 24 hours without batteries. Revert to VAB. Yeah, let's up the thruster authority. We gotta make bigger thrusters. Why are you handing that to me? I don't want that. Oh, okay.
I'm just putting pop-ups in there.
Excellent work.
Pop-ups in there since you're missing the whole thing with dinner and I don't get it. Papa, what does this say? What does this say?
That says fire someone. It's my decision wheel. Alright, yeah, we're going to have to disassemble all of it because we need to know our avionics tonnage. I know we got some wiggle room from upgrading the batteries. Yeah, 233, and our total controllable is 238. So we actually got a lot of wiggle room. We can scale back and enjoy bigger batteries.
Can I see what the O key does?
You may not.
Right.
Man, do we just go for broke and bunk them all the way up to 2? That puts us actually over our tonnage, but that would certainly help our what do we call it? A torque problem? It's 239. Do we have the wiggle room to go up 1? We do. We could probably just take it straight to 240. How much battery life does that get us at Moon, Mars? 2 days with everything shut down. Oh, I forgot to shut down the avionics during that last test. So once again, our test was inconclusive. I did not do science correctly. Did you fart? Get out of here. No? Okay, fine. Then at least let me see the monitor. Alright. I mean, other than making mounts for the solar panels, which I don't think I'm going to worry about. Okay, you don't get to play with the microphone cable. That makes lots of noises for other people. We don't get to hear it because we can't hear the microphone, but they can, and it makes lots of bonking and scratching, and it's a bad time. All the way around. Just a very bad time.
What can I hit?
Nothing yet, bud. Really isn't a whole lot to do at this stage.
Can I pick out some things for the rocket ship?
Pick out some things. Oh no, this is not going to attach correctly to the correct node, and that is a problem for me.
Yay! You're gonna make a giant mommy.
A giant mommy rocket. Alright, we gotta scooch these out of the way so that we can get to the correct attachment node. Probably scooch these out of the way so we can get to the correct attachment node. Bonk. There it is. Alright, now we gotta scooch that up so that it... Oh, to sim the solar panel degradation, right-click them. Excellent. Right-click, and days elapsed. I don't know what our duration is going to be. Let's assume 300 days. Efficiency will still be 70%. Is that reflected down here? I should have been paying attention.
Why do you call this Papa Rocket?
You called it Papa Rockets. I called it Kerbal Space Program. 23 hours produced.
You call
none.
it Papa Rocket.
No. Dang it! I just did all this work to get this thing. Sweetie, come on. Oof. All right. 1 second. Let me find that. Of course, I can't find it now. Fuck. It's in there, and I can't click it. Or can I? Nope. Gotta move stuff. More moving stuff. Make sure. Is it saying 0 because we got the arrow shell too close to the top? Yeah, now it's up to 1 day. It was like 20 some odd hours before. It's alarming because not a single solar panel is even open.
Hi, Papa.
All right, so our consumed is 53.3 watt, and our produced power after, we'll say 322 days, 69%, very nice efficiency. Oh, celestial body. Let's change that. Derp. 6.3 watt. Where's a calculator? Where's my calculator? Yeah, here we go. Oh, my poor TI-83 needs batteries. It has been quite a long time. Oh, man. And the chaos has come home to roost. Alright. Other calculator. So we got 6.31 times. Yeah, 5 is disingenuous because at any given time we're going to get maximum output on a single panel and 50% on a second panel. You probably want the large solar panels on the transfer stage, yeah, and then the lander would be battery powered. Fair enough. Batteries are still really heavy. I haven't done the comparison now that we've got battery 3 unlocked. These were basically just there as like supplemental. But yeah, let's get this thing somewhat reassembled. 1 second. I have to go close my door. All right, I'm back. Let's get this reassembled, and we'll double check our bottom panel. Make sure that these are up out of the landing truss and only kind of clipping into things. When I open that panel up, though, that's going to, yeah, I would like to get that cable out of that panel. I think that means it's going to sit too low. However, the landing struts, and honestly, meh, who cares? Also, the required panels will be super bulky also and cost you way more. Oh yeah, we're not trying to keep this thing awake forever. We're trying to keep it awake long enough, honestly, to get this sample run. The rest of these, supplementary. You know, if we can, cool. If not, like, I'm not trying to have this thing operate for a couple of weeks. If we get, you know, three days out of it, I'll be pretty happy. But we just want to have it long enough to make sure that whatever our orbital platform is can relay a signal back to it if we don't have LOS. Otherwise, we want about 45 minutes of on-the-ground operation. But, all right, let's do an experiment. Hold on. Before I change the name, let me reattach everything so that we have a solid baseline and I can revert back to the other one without losing any progress. That's everything? Yeah. Save, save, save. 2L bats. Save, and let's take it apart again. Drop you out of the way. Scooch you on up. Now, let's say if we assume that we're going to operate off the orbiter and only use the 30 dB gain antenna, we don't need this at all, but I'd like to keep it as a backup. Each of these solar panels weighs 0045. Do I have a pen? No, but I have a Sharpie. And you know what? That's good enough. I can permanently write. Oh, the cap's been left off. Who did this? 0045. Decimal place in front of all of it. God, now I'm mad. All right, and so it's going to be that times 5. Let's get out a tank. I think we need service module. Let's just drop it here. SM3. That's the best we can do. 6 tank UI. Electric charge. So we have 0.0045 times 5 is 0.14 ton. Which is what, 141 kilograms? If at any point I'm doing this math wrong, please intervene. So 141 kilograms. Let's close off the tank UI. Wow, gets us a 32-day duration. Oh wait, we didn't need to remove the solar panels first. 21 days. 17-day duration. Just on batteries. For about similar mass. Right? No, God, our muscle mass is way off. I am way, way off. Way overkill. Yeah. So it's not 141 kilograms. It's like 14 kilograms. Right? Well, let's balance it out to our avionics because we're maxed out. 2.40. Alright, so that gets us 2 days of duration just on battery. Hmm. Two days should be a plenty. It should. You are correct. I would just like to place it someplace centered, and I think I'm very tempted to split the difference, honestly, and throw one north-facing, like one top mount solar panel on it. Oh, come on. Why won't you just mount to the center? Uh, just keeps wanting to grab onto the balls. Stack that tank in there. It doesn't look... Oh, dang it. That was extra dumb. I want two of these at 90 degrees. Plop. Remember, static panels will have pretty bad facing even during most of the day. Yeah, this is true. Since they're not tracking, then why bother? And 0 during the night. Yep. Okay. I'm convinced. We'll do battery op only. Which means, quite honestly, let's scooch that up. Oh man, these are mounted to that plate. I want to get rid of that black plate. We don't need it anymore. So I'm going to pull this off. That is a battery. You dumbass. Just jump you up to SM3 and rack that battery up. Seacrack and boo! Eek! How's it going? You run science for 2 hours and then just beam that over multiple passes. Yeah, fair enough. Here's hoping. Alright, 1 second. I'm trying to think. Alright. I need to go take care of something real quick for the little one. I'll be back in like 30 seconds, I promise. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so it turns out we got 2 batteries. This panel is... Oh, I can't get rid of that. That's fuel. Not very much fuel, but it's fuel. I should roll whatever's in that panel into those. So let's keep this battery. We're going to scale it up to match our new battery. It just has to go here and be our top part. Grab. Just plop you guys there. Move that, move that. And so let's drop you down. Oh, no, that's outer and inner. Oh, okay, okay. I'm stupid. Let's drop you down to there and bottom diameter outer. Let's get you on the strut points, which is about there, 425. Cool. And let's drop our fuel balls back on here. Got two of them, set 90, sweet. Level them out. And we're gonna increase their diameter 130. We're gonna go out to like 132 on both axes. All right, and now we basically can scale this out. Can we go thinner than 100 millimeters? Oh, we can. Let's go to 50. Not to 50. 212. 240. So we can actually up the thickness and then drop it a little lower. See, now I gotta make like stylistic choices. This is a whole thing. Why you have me redesigning everything last minute, Nova? I was ready to go. Let's go ahead and drop the length on this because we don't need near as much of it. Yeah, right about there. Actually, I should be scaling that. Oh, I had this thing elevated to keep the scoop off of the deck. Because now if we move it out, we might be getting outside of our cone. I guess we could pivot this. Yes, little one? You what now? Okay, you don't have to play a video game. You can do whatever you want, kiddo. Snug that down just a little bit. Let's move our engines back up. Yeah, they don't actually have the top attach node that I was getting screwed up by, and we don't have to worry about the plumbing poking through stuff, so we can really nuzzle those in. Excellent. That doesn't look wonky or goofy at all. Oh, but now I can't click the... Yeah, now I can click the battery. Alright, let's take your outer up to what? Yeah, let's go all the way out, 450. Who cares? And up the length because we're going to slide you down a bit and kind of encase those engines. Man, we're still way under tonnage, so I might be approaching this whole new stylistic change in a really obtuse and dumb manner. Is it not? Oh, it's empty. Wow, extra, extra, extra dumb. But hey, we're still actually under our tonnage, so yay. Move these out to kind of match the sway of the bars. Well, now we're way too far out, but I don't want to make it any skinnier. What's our endurance? 2 days, 15 hours. Total delta V of 390 meters per second. Maybe I do want to up these just a little bit more. 135. Playing with grams of fuel here. 389 meters per second. You know what? Let's up the length 110 millimeters. Yeah, 115. Why not? We're already here. And then scooch it down so that we're right on the caps for those engines. And then we've got to make the base wider to compensate. Like numbers that end in 5 or 0. Oh, 530. Why would you do that? So bold. Yeah, you know what? Run with it. We're up to 3 days, 5 hours total endurance. I think we're gonna use the rest of... nah. Nah. Let's just tuck in our extra propellant here. Man, that looks wonky as hell on that side. Honestly, not quite digging it, but here we are. So I think we'll just roll with it. We got 3 days of endurance. Is that 3 days of endurance with everything turned on? Two days, 20 hours. 2 days, 9 hours. That isn't going to affect much. Nope. Nope. Okay. Are there any experiments in here? Science, just telemetry analysis. Yeah, we should turn that on because we will, in fact, have that turned on. Still 2 days, 9 hours. Okay. You know what? I think I'm willing to roll with it. That's the center. Perfect. Alright, let's reassemble the aeroshell and let's run our test run again. Let's actually tuck this in as much as we can. Lower profile, always better. And I really hope that scoop isn't going to be bonking the aeroshell. But we have to attach the bottom first to find out. There we go. And let's tuck this in best we can. Actually go pretty low on that thing. Just to make sure. I think we should be well and clear of everything. Yeah, well, just roll with it, Cosmo. It's more than likely it's going to fail because you're an idiot, not because you didn't clip the parts correctly enough. And just a quick looky-loo. See if anything is clipping where it shouldn't be. Yeah, alright. Looks like we got good clearance. Sweet. Malky, good evening. Good to see you. How's things? Save. Alright. Let's do optimal sunlight at Mars orbit. Let's shut down our avionics. And total produced celestial body Mars after, we'll say, 385 days is going to be between 118 and 81 watts. It's interesting. It's been sinking some ships in Silent Hunter 5. Nice. Other people's ships, I hope. 137 with everything all turned on. So we might be generating power. We might not. How is this thing consuming 100 watts? That's 2.0. It's because all of our sciencey bits are turned on. I'm an idiot. Well, the sub does submerge, but that is controlled. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Let's stopped. Let's turn everything off. except telemetry. We'll leave that one on. That takes us down to 81 watts. What in the hell is consuming 81 friggin' watts of power? Is this... Avionics hidden, 1.9 watt. Comms. Not unless you... oh, is the omnidirectional considered always on? Also installed LCnP. Oh, welcome to the club, Malky. I hope you enjoy it. And comms are not always active. It's only when transmitting, right? I mean, if we ramp up this active transmission time, that will cause our power to go up. Like if this is transmitting all the time, we're going to be using 112 watts. That's down to 0 now, so it shouldn't be taking that into consideration. Same thing here. Active transmission time is 0, and if we ramp that up, it changes. It's idling at 25 watts. Oh, yeah, but that should be... Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3 antennas that are all idling at 25 watts, plus the cores. That makes it all add up. Okay, good call, Nova. Thank you. I wish there was a way... like this internal antenna in this avionics unit. I'm not going to use this until I'm on the surface. I wish there was a way to turn it off until I wanted it to be on, because it's going to idle and consume 25.7 watts of power, doing F all until the last 3 days of its mission. Nerf some of the antennas. Nerf... how? So you're like, that's our primary to get us there. But we're going to throw that one away. This is our direct line, and then we've got our backup to talk to an orbiter if we don't have LOS. Yep. Well, I say, what was our total after 385 days, which should be a bit more. Let's take this down to 300 days, let's say. 348 days will be at 82, which still puts us above board. We'll just yellow at the orbiter. Yeah, you know. Hey, why the hell not? Let's just go for broke. Let's test the landing run one more again. Oh, I got an hour. I need to fly an actual mission tonight. I think we should, man, now, we gotta get this built, though. Well, we can start building it. We'll save this as Bats TV. Save. Let's get this integrated and moved to the VAB. Oh god, how much is tooling? How much is tooling gonna cost? 44,000. Fuck me, it's all avionics. Spending 9,000 on lot credit. I can't move it to the VAB because I already don't have enough money just to do this. We did fly the geostate. We did. It failed. Alright, tool. We're going to tool the avionics packages at the very least. Tool avionics. Why the fuck does that cost so much? Flew and failed is still flew. It's true. This is... okay, I need to rephrase my current request. I would like to put something in the win column today. Holy shit, why is that avionics so goddamn expensive? Like, this one costs, I don't know, 7,000? Maybe it was closer to a tooling we already had? Haha, now you're asking for the hard bit. Indeed. Indeed I am. Totally trying to do the hard stuff first. Ugh, purchase tooling. Ouch, that hurt. I have 405 funds remaining. So let's tool the aeroshell. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Save. All right. Let's go ahead and pull out the rest of this beastie. S54 Mark 1, the 105 transfer. 105 transfer. This should be a 109 transfer stage. Oh, the S52, 246 parts, improved 105 transfer stage, whereas this one says 105 and I think this is the more recent build because it makes mention of the 405Hs. Clink. Oh, this one still has the Hoff sticker on it. Super problematic. How far out can we do that? Oh, and maybe now we can... No, still can't reduce the depth, but hopefully moving it out means it's less likely to cause catastrophes. Say smart money would have checked to make sure this is all going to fit in the working fairing. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Save. Can't build it. Cost 20 grand. We have 100 in the bank. So let's see what we can do, and if we can't do much, then we will retry our Mars landing sim, see where we end up. Geocomms will be done 7/27. That's 40 days from now. Mars 3.0 will be done in 49 days. So really, Modelo 3Z will be done in 59 days. So yeah, none of those will be done before F2T Geocom. Man, Geocoms are boring. How long does it take us? We'll make 64,000 over the course of that 40 days, which puts us still 100 plus days before Mars window. Tough call. Let's run the sim. We'll give up on any real win columns for the day. Oh, VAB, why you do this to me? Yeah. 2L Bats TV. Let's just... I don't want to have to... I'm dumb, aren't I? I'm real dumb. Mars 2L is going to be way down here. Mars 2L Bats. Load. Save and simulate Mars. Yep. Let's run it. Okay. Here we go. I need a drink of water. Perfect. Alright, RCS to arm. Alt F12, we need infinite electricity until we do our deorbit maneuver. Stage it in. Point to retrograde, please. Create node. Change periapsis to... let's overshoot. Let's do 110 because it always overburns a little bit. At a fixed time, we'll do 20 seconds from now. Create node. Execute next node, please. we go. Abort. Yep, overdid it by just a little bit. Angle to prograde, please. And we can make sure this is the right decoupler. Yep, there we go. Stage it. Gotta love the little explosion. A little concerned that we don't have comms with Earth right now, but we are at, I don't know, maximum distance. We should still maybe have comms. I'll have to check in on that and make sure that we've upgraded our ground stations. This can go away. Okay, and bing. Let's go ahead and get this adjusted out. And last time, after all the maneuvers, we ended up alarmingly high-ish. Not that we got the fuel to compensate, but we'll just kill it there. All right. Advanced. Sun. Up. Execute. Actually, maybe we... it's already generating more than the power we asked it for, but let's activate avionics. Let's kick them all on so I don't screw it up this time. Activate avionics. There we go. All right. Periapsis is 87 kilometers, so yeah, we're still going to have to adjust it down. Of course we are. Let's switch that to kill rotation, and let's move in closer and get ready for EDL. 30 some odd days from now. Yeah, don't overshoot, Cosmo. That would be exceedingly dumb. Yeah, we'll wait until we are just a few hours away from our periapsis and then make the adjustment. Fuel conservation is not really a big thing on our radar right now. And if we do it when we're behind Mars, relative to the sun, then I don't have to really worry about reorienting because we'll be in the shadow until we start our landing approach. So, hey, profit, right? How's our battery looking? Charged. Excellent. We knew it would be. Not going to spend a whole lot of time behind Mars, turns out. Alright, adjust new periapsis to 40 kilometers. We're about an hour away. I think we can make that sacrifice. Create node and execute, please. Alt F12, let's go back to not infinite electricity. That would be the brave and bold thing to do, eh? Alright. So this time, avionics will be on. So hopefully we just won't pivot away from the retrograde vector after we separate off all of the aeroshell. Knock on wood. And we don't have to worry about smashing our solar panels because they don't exist anymore. Alright, fizz warp. What? What happened? Why are we not burning anymore? Why did you throttle back? Somebody want to tell me what the hell's going on here? Plenty of fuel, plenty of electric charge. Abort node. Okay, we can still manually throttle. Don't know why MechJeb decided, I guess maybe we're just too far past the node and is just saying, yeah, F you. That's interesting. Alright, let's dial the periapsis down to 42. I wonder if we're going to hit the same spot. Land on the same hill. The same very truncated approach as last time. Maybe it gave up because it couldn't null out the roll rate. Well, it should be able to. We got these upper thrusters that should... No, they can't handle roll because they're 45 degrees. They can only, I mean, I guess they could. The torque is just badly angled. But it should be able to have some roll... Oh, I stopped paying attention. Oh, never mind. 63, not 42, like we're trying to get here. Yeah. Fuel efficiency not high on our priority list right now. 4, 3, 2, shut it down. Excellent. All right, let's just ride it on in. We'll angle for approach when we get a little bit closer. Because, good thing, we're facing the exact wrongiest of wrong ways. All right. Yeah, surface velocity negative. Angle us in, please. Are those thrusters even firing? No, because they're not active, you idiot. No wonder it couldn't null out the roll rate. I'm kind of scared to stage them in play now, because what if we decouple something? Oh man, all of my staging is all effed up. Alright, how long do we got? 13 minutes? Shit. Well, we can restart this in. Stage in the thrusters. Good. Thrusters are staged in. Next decoupler should be our bottom, or should be, yeah. That's that thing. Let's go ahead and stage that off. Clearing away. Alright, you should be... Alright, the next one to go should be our upper shell, which honestly needs some assistance getting clear. Upper shell and parachute arm all at the same time, and then lower shell goes, and then rest of upper shell. Okay, engines need to go when lower shell goes. RCS needs to go when lower shell goes, and that's upper shell and upper shell assist. All right. Remove all nodes. What's our entrance? 41.87. I think we should be good. I guess we'll find out. If we have to rerun it, maybe we'll have time to rerun it. Who knows? Alright, let's get in there and let's get some business handled, shall we? Thunk. There's Atmo. Adjusting for angle. Alright. And now we wait until we hit about the 10-kilometer mark, and then we fire off the overshell. Fingers crossed for Tharsiff Massive again. Yep, let's hope. Let's hope we find an interesting landing site. Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know. Let's check. Where are we? Hey, look at that. We may just. We may overshoot, too. I think we're, I don't know. It may come up to meet us. Let's switch this to radar altimetry. How much ablator have we ablated? Like next to none. Not much to ablate against, turns out. There's our camera change. It's pushing our nose down pretty hard. What happens if I turn it off? Do we actually pivot up? Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Looks like we've actually got some deference there in the speed, so let's go ahead and fire the upper shell. Fire the upper shell. Wink, clearing away. Arm parachute. Set throttle to full. Yeah, man, we got a little while until we actually hit the altitude where the upper parachute, or where the parachute triggers. So we should be pretty good. Oh wow, we are super slow. Probably don't even need to light the engines on this, but it's more so to make sure we get clear of the lower shell. Alright, they are out. Stage it. Lower shell is clear. Parachutes are parachuting. Yeah, looks like we're a little clear of the hill. Fell well short of it this time. Sorry, everyone. Oh yeah, we don't have avionics, so we can actually turn this on and it's not going to waste a bunch of fuel. And like, we have avionics, but the upper half of the shell puts us over the limit, so it doesn't actuate any actual controls, actually. Alright. Parachutes safely deployed. And now we wait until we get down to about 1,000. I wonder if it's worth turning on a few of these experiments just to get a little data. Hey, we got the biome though. Alright, watch the altimeter, everyone, because I can't be trusted to do it. Running, yeah, it takes 9 minutes. Ish. Alliterate much? Alliterate a lot more like. You yuck at my useful use of alliteration. Oh man, if anyone's familiar with the cartoon Paw Patrol, there's a character on there, Captain Turbot, and like every sentence that comes out of this motherfucker's mouth is some bastard alliteration. Like, it's cute until you catch yourself doing it. Like, thinking of how you can make this into even stupider alliteration. And we've been forced to watch a lot of Paw Patrol over the last 2 years or so. Alright. About 10 seconds from the fun part. I consider nerfing this chute so you can have more batteries instead. Hey, yeah, I think I already scaled it down once. And you know, if I scale it down again, then I gotta adjust this truss work, and it's a whole thing. Yeah, slowing down to 30 meters per second should be sufficient. You're probably right. I just take this as a nice breather. Like, I can relax for just a little while. Because at least for a minute or two. And, you know, we got like 10 minutes of atmospheric data collection to do here. We're 7 minutes shy. Alright, we're coming up on our separation point at 1 kilometer. 3, 2, 1, stage it. Boom. Light the engines. And it looks like we're having no problem holding telemetry here. We'll take a look at our suicide countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. If I can keep that number even slightly positive, then I'll be happy with that. Change guidance to up. Up. Okay. 300 meters. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. That's what up is. I did not know that. All right. 2, 1. Punk. Punk. Touchdown. Nice. Yep. Extend antenna. Shut down avionics. I'm just going to assume we don't have LOS with Earth. And can we run surface sample? Will it actually collect? The Frisbee has landed. Ooh, hello. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, hey, I'll take it. Techno tumbleweed. Well played. Fun to get taken out by your own debris. You laugh, but yes, I had an upper aeroshell separate its parachute and drop straight down on my lander before. I think that's another chunk of us over there. At least we didn't smack the heat shield on the way coming back down. So we got that going for us. And hey, we got plenty of fuel left too, don't we? Yeah, 20 seconds and 127 meters per second of it. We close this up. Oh, it does actually retract. I don't have direct flight control, but we could do a hop. Yeah, it was only 4 seconds of fuel. So if we wanted to get some more of that airborne, dang, that takes 13 days. We're not going to make it that long. Oh, I didn't even have avionics turned on. That was dumb. That was real dumb. Tell me you're still running, even though we took off and burned up your stuff. Alright, now we watch electric charge and see what our longevity here on the surface is. Run the level 1 spectrometer instead. Okay. We need to make notes of this. Shoot. Question mark. LV1 spec. What other changes were we going to make? It's just 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, we should definitely do that. Were there any other changes I was thinking of making notes on? No, I think that's it. All right, revert to vehicle assembly building. Let's make those changes right quick. That took less time than I thought it would. Staging. Staging. Thank you. Staging. Wonder if we should just make it internal. Alright, staging. Y'all need to go online then, and then that's you, and then that's load. No, and that's package sep. That's lower shell sep, which needs to have not you, but you. And you. And you come after upper shell sep, and then that's upper shell sep and alright. There's that. We can just lift up the top of the aeroshell here. And that is ion mass spec. We can discard you. So we're talking about this ion mass spec. Yeah, landed biomes. Let's take it. Lock to 90. There we go. What are you? Ooh, quadrupole mass spec. 91 days. Yeah, right. It's always staging every single time. I feel feel a little personally attacked here. 1.208. Did we really get that much lighter? Well, we should probably scale up this solar panel just to make sure that we're not going to smash into things, I suppose. Lift that up. Why is that? Oh, that shell so thick on the bottom? Did I do that for a particular reason? No real point in it, so why would you? Broski. Alright, that has to be done through action group menu. Nope, that is the smallest size. I could adjust the deployment altitude down to 3,500. It does kind of rip us to a stop extra fast. So actually, maybe let's put it at let's leave that at 5,000. But let's open up the pre-deployment speed to 15 seconds. No, I can't. Oh. Why is deployment speed S in red? It doesn't like that? Yeah, it doesn't like being 15 seconds. Fine. Then we'll drop that down to, we'll split the difference, 3750. Yeah, with an auto cut. Well, let's put the auto cut up at 800.
Guess what giraffes can't do? Look at my shadow. Guess what giraffes can do? Bam!
Giraffes can dance, everyone. I have just been informed. I do worry about it hitting us, though. Those should help carry it away. Apply settings. Yes, we know. It's not going to be enough to land on because we ain't landing on it. These are still... You know, if we take back their thrust limiter, they'll burn for longer. And hopefully that'll give us more time to get clear. Save, and... I wonder if I should paint that. Yeah, apparently it's never been painted, which means... Oh, it has been strutted. Alright. Is that too much basic bitch white, though? Or is that too much basic bitch black? Maybe we should do something really off the wall. Foamy orange or green. I'm always a sucker for bronze metallic. If you can't tell. And a black metallic rim to make sure it kind of blends in there. Alright. Alright, and we are at 1.208, which means we could probably dial... Now we need to up the 2 bronze metallic cars. I approve. Nice. Alright, what's our total avionics tonnage for this? 1.217. Very precise. We'll go up to 215 if we can, although I think that's going to be a lot of solar panel. 212. You know what, just take it up a notch. 216, that puts us right under. No, take it back, scale it out to, we'll do 7.5. Because I gotta adjust the framework to match. Charge rate at 1 AU is 3.9, whatever. Let's celestial body Mars after 300 some days. 385 days puts us at 96 watts. That's above our 80 some odd watt requirement. So, thank goodness. Alright, let's scooch you down a smidgen. Probably didn't need to be that smidgeny, but alright. And let's walk these out to 2.4 and tuck our panel back in and see how it fits. Did I have it on that side or this side? Crap, I can't remember. No, it definitely would have been lined up with that ridge there, which puts the strut work on the outside. That still looks extra stupid. So maybe these need to be a little bit bigger, but I can't click on them because reasons. So let's take this out to 2.47 and 2.3. We were at 2.3, 2.4 matches those corners up pretty well. 2.5 puts them right about where we need them, probably. Alright, so let's scoot you out of the way. Take these out to 2.5. Bink, bink. Yeah, that's much more akin to what I was trying to accomplish with all of this. So there we go. That looks much, much better. And we're still under our avionics limit.
Ketchup round square.
Excellent. Good job. All right. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. Although, more battery for the lander was the other question. Because now we're kind of overkill on our solar panel, but you know what? We're just gonna run with it. Plop our test stage back on because I am probably going to do another couple of test runs with this thing. Maybe not tonight, but certainly at some point. Although really, it's time to start getting this thing built. I'm never gonna call it for tonight. Gonna call it for tonight. Take care, everyone. Agathorn will claim it. Thanks, Nova. All right, have a good night, man. I'll see you next week. Thanks for all the tips and pointers, all the good advice. Greatly appreciated. I think honestly the aeroshell looks way better than the lander ever did. I think I probably spent more work getting the aeroshell stuff to look pretty. Obviously doesn't function quite as it should, but you know, here we are. It's doing the best it can. Actually, the decoupler for the upper aeroshell, which will be on that arming, yeah, all it can do is 1 kilonewton, and it's at max percentage. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Save. Don't really know if I have time to run the test again. And we certainly don't have enough time to do a for realsies launch. But I do appreciate all the help testing tonight, y'all. Probably gonna pack it in just a little bit early. Man, it's really hard not to run the test again, though. We don't have time. I can't run over tonight. I legitimately cannot. I have things I have to go do and stuff, unfortunately. What we will do is get ourselves in a good place for next week. I forgot, we already warped a bunch of weeks. No, we didn't. We already spent all the money. So we've got how many days until this is a thing? Still 40. We're going to jump ahead to the end of June, 15-ish or so days, and get some money built back up here. There we go. Good 20 grand in the bank. That'll really help get things scooched along. Man, we are ranking in science. And don't have a whole lot to show for it. Take a quick look-see here on what we've got coming down the pipe. Yeah, we just got early docking, early landing and lunar rated. I'm hoping we'll have in time for our next Venus window. Hopefully we'll be well along in the tech by then. Yeah, lots of improvements down here. Don't know what we're working on currently, but we should probably check on that, eh? And I guess we still have to get 1962 orbital rocketry before we can move into OSRC engines proper. Although the S1 is our next planned upgrade. We'll be putting that to lots and lots and lots of good use. Lots of fun stuff we can do up here. And so I haven't decided if we're going to start doing Hydrolox stuff or not, or if we're just going to keep it with the ORSC engines. But in preparation for probably doing some deep space stuff, it's time to start pouring some points into RTGs. I'll go ahead and pick one of those up for right now. And docking and crew transfer would be nice. Man, it's like I got 677 science and I cannot decide what the hell to do with it. Lunar orbiter capsules. Gemini L. Do we get a discount on this for having normal Gemini first if we go Gemini L instead of Apollo? I'm very curious. Surface science.
Papa.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Give it away.
Give it away? Give what away? What am I giving away?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm just showing you something.
Fantastic. I love your fairy wings. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that. Our research, early landing, lunar rated, ORSC, and then we move into a bunch of other stuff. Because basically, we have the contracts to do our Gemini program. We just haven't started on it because I keep not buying the Gemini capsule. So there's the tracking station upgrade. What are we at? We're at level 4. We can go to level 5. Did I purchase the level 4 ground comms stuff? That's what I needed to check on. Nope. Comms tech level 4. Yep. After credit, 16 grand. Do it. See? I'm glad I spent the money on something. Now I know we'll have comms at Mars, because that's what we tuned for. Why do I always forget to buy that stuff? I mean, seriously. Alright, y'all. I'm going to pack it in, call it a night. Yeah, definitely. So next week, Geocom, more Mars testing, maybe Mars building, maybe Mars launching. I don't know. Maybe I'll not spend money for a while, and we can get the Gemini capsule so we can move ahead with that program that the vehicles for are probably so incredibly obsolete at this point that it doesn't really matter anymore. We need to hire some engineers. That's what we need to do. Maybe I can do that real quick. We'll just bring on 10 more engineers. 11, 12, 13 more engineers. And where do we want them? Not at 101. Yeah, the F2T site is building our... I mean, getting this to fly would be great. Yeah, that's at our F2T0. No. That's at LC Orbiter 1, which should be fully staffed right now, right? Yeah, Orbiter 1, fully staffed. Cool. F2T, you could have 13 more engineers. Why not? Get to work, fellas. Should have put them on the 350 tonner. That would have been a much better move. Anyway, alright, I'm going to roll the outro. We're going to find another Kerbal streamer to raid. I hope you will stick around for that. Kardachev's playing. Let's go say hi to them. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So, until then, see you later.